Hi! Before this video starts, I would like to give a big thank you and shout out to James. I helped him order every AJR song into a compelling story, and it was not easy. Hope you enjoy it. Let's get to it.
So it starts off with Infinity. I'm gonna say he's in high school and he met a girl he really liked. There's a bunch of love songs. Infinity, Living on Love, Big White Bed. He's truly in love with this girl, and then she dumps him. That is explored in Growing Old on Bleecker Street of how he had a dream that they would grow old together and it would be beautiful, but dreams are only dreams. And then him realizing she broke up with him, getting more angry. Its next will be The World's Smaller Heart, which is a more angry song, which also is led up with My Calling, which it's a more, I'm gonna go with somber. 100 Red Balloons and I'm Off the Floor, so here I go. It is a breakup song, but it's a more happy breakup song more than upset breakup song, you know? And then that goes into Turning Out, where he really regrets what happens and he wished she'd stayed around to see how he turned out because he was still turning out. And that leads into Turning Out Part 2, when he realized he never truly loved that girl. He didn't. Next is After Hours. As he tries to forget about her, he goes to partying and drinking as he struggles with the idea of doing that. You know, why did my old friends turn to fake IDs and skinny jeans? I don't belong. But then he feel like he does. Eventually, it does overcome him. And then songs like Bud Like You, it shows him just going to club like a normal thing. You know, he's happy to have a Bud Like You to help him through this. And then in 3 a.m., he meets a girl that asks him to take him home after a party, but he's really nervous that she's not going to like him in the morning. But she did. That is explored in Thirsty, as the party song it is. In I'm Ready, he realizes that not all relationships are going to be love based. Some are just going to be one night things. So he will never forget you, but he probably will forget your name. And then Pitchfork Kids, it's the start of his career as a songwriter, but he doesn't want to be labeled as people who just be reviewed on Pitchfork.com as just a normal person. It goes into Big Idea, which towards his big idea of being a big movie star, but he still does not want to be on Pitchfork. And then I'm Not Famous explains that point well of he's not famous yet, but he wants to skip to the good part, which leads into the good part. And then in the overture, it sets up the question of should I go for more clicks this year or should I follow the click in my ear? Which is, should I go back to being partying or should I follow my dream here? Explained really well in Coming Out, which is the continuation of the overture. And he makes the choice to go back to that party, but he no longer feels normal. It's explained, showed in Normal, as he just wants to go home and he just doesn't feel right here. Next up is Birthday Party. I'm going to go with a flashback to he wishes he can be that naive again. You know, he's been through a lot. He's about to move out, and he just wants to be a naive kid who thinks the world's perfect and nothing will ever go wrong. And then in Don't Throw Out My Legos, he's moved out and gone to college. But he's really nervous that they're going to throw his Legos and he'll never be able to go back to that childhood state. So he asks them to keep his room the same so he can return if he wants to. And then the next 5 songs are him in college. 330 is continuing him being a songwriter and him worrying about if the songs are not interesting, if it's not fitting 330, were you guys even stay and listen or are you just going to skip the song? And No Grass Today is him realizing that he doesn't like to smoke because he's now on campus and a lot of people are doing that, so he's been peer pressured into doing it, but he doesn't like it. So, No Grass Today, but you can do it if you want to. And then Weak also has to do with him being peer pressured into doing things he doesn't want to do. He feels weak because of it. And is there anything wrong with doing that? And then in Drama, also explores the college story of everyone on campus just being so dramatic and pointing fingers and always having a problem with someone. And then It's on Us is a song about sexual assault on college campuses and how he's able to get people through that. And that's what the It's on Us campaign is. And so that song, I think, worked well here. And then now, the next, I'm going to go to chapter. He refines the girl from the beginning, and By Your Rose shows that I was still young to leave you all alone, and Sober Up, saying like the last time I saw your face was recess in 2nd grade, showing that this is a girl from the past that he has to fall in love with. And then songs in Wow, I'm Not Crazy, Woody Allen, and Green in the Town, and Ellis Out of Hudson are just love songs that he's showing that how much he loves this girl. And then the overture right here is the break into this is the middle of the album, so we're taking a break, breather, as we move into Pretender, which is him showing that he's lied to look cool in people's eyes, mostly his friends. But then in the trick, he goes more specific about how he lied to his girlfriend about a lot of things in his life. And her not liking that decided to break up with him. And then he makes Dear Winter, Karma, and My Play, which are all like breakup songs of him being really sad that he's never going to find a person. Like in Dear Winter, he's like looking for the mom of his child. In Karma, you feel like he's been really great. Why he's feeling lonely, stressed out. In My Play, if love dies, don't fucking bother. I just want to show you My Play. And then after making My Play, he thinks of his dad. So he goes and calls his dad, which reminds him of his life through Netflix, on his Netflix strip. After that, he goes back to him being upset with the breakup. The songs with Humpty Dumpty, which is a very angry like song about how he was just trying to give her the best of him and she didn't want that, which goes into Burn the House Down. Since he lied and that hurt someone he's really close to, no one else should be able to lie. He wants to break down the walls, burn down the house, and show the truth. Bang is also an angry song about moving out. He moved out. He wanted his fridge. Still, he's not feeling grown. He just wants to grow up, but he seems like he can't. And then Role Models is also a very angry song, but it's more calm. It's a calm down song about how he's calling out people who's done really bad things, and is he allowed to like the art if the artist is not good. The next chapter is Zelato. He's met a new girl who has helped him move on from the last one. In songs with Next Up Forever, Beats, OK Overture, and Finale. All these songs have to deal with him being famous and him not wanting to lose that. Next Up Forever is he knows he's rising up to fame, and he's worried that if he hits number one, all he do is go down. And the songs and Beats shows that he's really popular, and he's worried that he's going to lose it. So he's struggling going to fashion. My demographic is on anything graphic. He wants to keep his relevance. And the songs in OK Overture and Finale shows that he is noticing that he's not going to be able to keep it. So all he wants in life is to know that he made you happy. He's not going to be relevant, but at least he made you smile, because that's all he ever wanted. And after all that, we get 100 Bad Days, a mostly content song, which is him realizing that he's going to have bad days, and that's okay. He's trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel, the bright side of, yes, these are bad days, but they're good stories now, right? And then songs with The Entertainment's Here and Break My Face are similar. They are not sad songs, but they're also not happy songs. They're just more depressing, but in a happy, fun way, as they contend. And then we go into songs with all my favorite songs, Record Player, Let the Games Begin, and Celebrate as the fun party songs, kind of. He's not depressed anymore, but he's content. And then Adventure Is Out There is about Ryan losing his socks and realizing that it's probably at his ex-girlfriend's place and how he wishes he could be the socks. Just be free to do whatever he wants, roam the world, and not have any cares at all. And as he's thinking of his ex-girlfriend, he also thinks of his past friend, Joe, which he realizes he hasn't thought of in years, and he's wondering, does he now think I'm cool about everything I've done in my life? Right. The next song is Bummerland. Bummerland, if you look at it lyrically, is a sad song, but it's sung so happily. And it's a very good contrast to showing that he looks like he's happy, but in reality he's not, because of all this stuff he's going through. Like, he just wants to be a normal person, ordinary-ish people. He just wants to be a normal person, do normal things, without having to worry about fitting in with the right group. Because he doesn't fit in any group, he's just an ordinary-ish person. In 3 o'clock things, he expresses how he stays up at night and he can't help but wonder all these crazy thoughts, like, will my friends actually like me and they knew the real me, and why did I say in college I could have just gone to YouTube, or why is our voting system the way it is? And in songs like World Smiles Island, he realizes, I am sad, but I feel like I shouldn't be sad, because, there are people that have way bigger problems than I. And then songs like Way Less Sad shows that he is not happy, but he is at least less sad. And then after all that, he realizes that he wanted to make sure that the girl in his life is also happy. Songs like Christmas in June as like a checkup to make sure that she's also happy. The end.